But did you guys do the math? This is what page for the blog? Page 10? 17 times 6. Cat. 102 is correct. All right, what about 83 times 6? John. What'd you get, bud? Now, question for all of you. What should this and this add up to? Don't fall out. Viv, does it?
Yes.
Okay, obviously, the percents have to add up to what? Don't fall out. Okay. And it does. And the numbers have to add up to what the model represents, which is 600. So 17% of 600 is 102. And 83% of 600 is 498. Part, get it into your head. Part plus part equals whole. Watch what I'm going to do. Numbers parts first. The numbers were 102 plus 498 equals the whole of, now I'm going to do the percents. Let me extend this up so you can see it. What was my first percent? Second percent, the model. I'm going to be constantly driving that into your head. Part plus part equals whole. Ready to go on to the next page before I let you work?
Yep.
I'm going to show it to you. This is the same numbers, guys, from the first page. I showed it to you with a model. I'm then going to show it to you using TRP. Then I will show you the shortcut. And give you advantages and disadvantages of both. TRP. What's my template? What's my template always? From here on out. Go.
Oh.
Yes. $600. Part or whole? Berg. Berg is the word. 600. Whole. Now what? Best part of this is you don't have to sift through the word problem, but you need to do something with this now. Philip. What's the bottom? Very good. What's the top, Phil? Yeah. Now, if it helps you, I'll give you another little cheat hint, if you will. Whenever you see a percent of a number not in a word problem, you're always, always, always trying to find the part. That's always going to be the missing piece. So now look what I have. Times what? Times what?
6.
Think about what you did on page 1. Didn't you do 17 times 6 in the model?
Yeah.
There's the connection. That's it. It's like a puzzle. Okay, let's do this one. I already told you you're always trying to find the part when you have these types of problems. What's my percent this time, though? Over. Good. Obviously, same concept. That hasn't changed. Right back to what you did on the model page.
498.
498. Ready? Part plus part
Equals whole.
is whole. Part plus part is whole. I'm going to show you another way you can do it, but for whatever reason last year, this threw kids for a loop because when they got to these questions on the quiz, they didn't know what to do. So if this works for you, TRP, use it. It kind of, you see it, it's visual. But here is another little shortcut if you want to. Take the 600, put it in the top. Does anybody know the shortcut? They might have taught it at the 5th grade level this way.
Oh, they did.
I like the Common Core way better because you can see it. Not end to end, but something similar. I will give you a hint. It's not division. See? Correct. Change 16% to a decimal. What do you get? I'm sorry, 17%. Oh, that's not good. Multiply time. What do you get? If I call on you, rather than just give you the answer, what's your first row, what's your second row, and what's your final row? Only so we can show the math. Alex, what'd you get for your first row? 4,000. Second row, Al. 6,000. Third row without the decimal. How many times do you move the decimal? And you get 102. And it will work for this also. Okay? Can I give you the advantages and disadvantages of either method?
Yeah.
All right. There are times this method is a lot quicker. Okay? A lot quicker. There are some ones that you can come up to, like if I give you for instance, ready? Look at this, ready? What if I gave you 19.2% of 23.5? If you try to set this up as TRP, it's a nightmare. It'll work, but it's going to take forever. However, if you know the rule, take the number, keep it as is. What does 19.2 become as a decimal? Marcus.
192.
And that will work as long as you know that you have to move over the decimal 4 times in your product. And as hard as difficult as that may seem, it's still easier than TRP. Disadvantages of the shortcut. Man, you better know your multiplication of decimals. You better just know your multiplication, because if you have trouble with the calculation, everything's going to be messed up. So I'm going to leave it up to you. I will tell you, as you progress through the exercises, there are some in the problem sets and in the exercises where it's easier to do it this way. You just can't make a mistake with your decimals. And guess what? I'm not going to give you a calculator because we need to practice. We need practicing multiplying decimals. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I still don't know what your homework's going to be yet. We may need just one more other day on this. So let me outline on a blank page. And I'll keep this on the recording as well, so in case you don't get done, you'll have it on the block so you know what to do. All right, well, it's not too bad. All groups, advanced and not advanced, you're going to do page 12. And then you will see that pages 13 through 14 is advanced. I'm going to allow anybody that wants to try it to do advanced, as long as, where is my page 12? I'm going to put it up. I'll put up the key for 12 in a minute. Okay? The thing that's kind of cool is this, and this is for everybody. All right, wait, let me see. Page 12 for everybody. If you get done and it gets checked by me, if you want to try 13 to 14 advanced, you can. Then my advanced only, I'm going to show you. This bottom half here, this is 14 bottom. You can't start this until everything else is checked. And then when you get to this point, you've got to see me, and I'm going to tell you what to do with this, because this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. This basically, when you get through this here, when you get to the bottom of this or this, I want you to see if you can do it without showing any work where it's done completely in your head. And I don't have an answer key hanging up to this, but I have one on my desk. I don't want to release it. Okay, so let's just take it one step at a time. Everybody, start on page 12, because that's going to take time. Especially if you're doing multiplication, it's going to take time. And then let me check it, and then you can go on to advanced. How much time do we have?
It's around 10 minutes.
10 minutes? We're going to need a third day for this. That's okay. All right? Group up. You can work with groups if you want.